Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to a little D&D Adventure, Call to the Dragon. So we left off last time where you guys had solved the mystery of the Lake of the Leaves. You dispatched the icy boys that were messing with the area. You came back to the centaurs, where they were very grateful, and they awarded you with a small gift, which I believe Jalen has taken. They agreed to take you to the cultist camp, and I believe you guys decided you wanted to sort of do that at night or at dusk. And so we're basically picking up right there to where you're maybe an hour and a half from sunset, and you're currently gathering your group here at the Centaur camp.
I think you had said we took a short rest.
Yes. Yep.
So during that short rest, Gex would have kind of taken some time and sat with the wand and the journal and done detect magic just to see if he could sort of figure out if there was anything to the what looked like a wand and the worn journal.
Okay. So the worn journal is just a small little journal. You're not detecting any magic from that. The wand is definitely magical. So now with that particular spell, does it give you the full info on what the object is?
Here, read it off for you. So, detect magic. For a duration, you sense the presence of magical effects within 30 feet of you. If you sense such effects, you can take the magic action to see a faint aura around a visible creature or object that bears magic. And if an effect was created by the spell, then you learn the spell's school of magic. So, depending on like that school of magic, you can sort of determine like what type of item it is and what sort of magic created it or is on it.
Okay.
Outside of that, it's up to like you to determine what my character learned from it.
I gotta do a little bit of quick research to see what kind of like magic that would even be. Let's see here.
Sometimes the items will list on their page or stat blocker or something like that. Something sort of school of magic that it's associated with sometimes.
It's a divination spell.
And one thing I didn't realize is the fact that this item actually goes by 2 different names. And interesting that this page is not even loading from D&D Beyond.
I had some trouble loading into D&D Beyond earlier today. So.
Oh, here it goes finally.
Yeah. Yesterday I couldn't get Roll20 to even launch on Firefox.
So is there anything else you guys, as this is loading, is there anything else you guys did during, and then of course it just loaded. It is divination, the school of magic. So is there anything else you guys did during the short rest?
said a couple prayers, gained some hit points, and I think that's about it.
My character probably would have just been sitting off by himself, deeply in thought.
Okay. So yeah,
Um,
go ahead.
aside from the kind of spending time with the wand and the journal, Gex would have probably tried to maybe lighten a little bit of sort of the load from his pack and stuff, as far as like if we're getting ready to go to this scout out this cultist camp, trying to be a little lighter, stuff like that.
Okay. So yeah, the centaurs and your group are kind of gathering. As I mentioned, it's about an hour and a half until sunset. So what's the plan?
Yes, we will link up with our host and guide and let them know that we are ready to move out.
Okay. So the chief approaches you and says, "If you are ready, we will take you to the camp of the dragons. Our scout here," and he kind of raises his arm towards a younger centaur standing next to him. "Our scout here will be happy to take you there."
So, your scout got much experience? I mean, no offense or anything like that. Just maybe if we get into some sort of scrape or sort of ruckus, we don't wanna make sure he's gonna be okay and knows how to handle himself.
Yeah, and when you say that, he kind of puts his like one of his like front legs kind of just briefly like pops off, and he puts like a hoof in the ground, and he says, "Yes, I am an experienced warrior. I should be able to handle anything that comes my way."
We are glad to have you, young warrior.
And he nods at that.
But he kind of paws the ground right in front of Gex. Gex kind of eyes go wide. Oh, yep, that works for me. That's pretty good right there. Yep, he's good.
So you'll see on him, he's got a pike and a longbow, and he's kind of got the pike in his hands, and he then like kind of stabs it into the ground, and he says, "Let us venture forth." So he kind of slowly like makes his way towards the edge of camp.
Hey, let's follow the centaur.
And he goes to where you guys have your horses.
Is it that far we're taking horses?
Yes. I mean, it's up to you guys, I guess.
I'm not sure Gex's little legs could handle following a centaur that far.
Either get on the back of the centaur or the back of the paladin. I'm fine either way.
So as you guys are getting your horses, the scout says, It is about 2 to 3 miles this direction. If you are on horseback, it shouldn't take us too long to get there.
We will follow your lead.
All right.
All right, let's go along, Daisy.
Let us be off. So the 4 of you trot out of the camp. You sort of exit the wooded area that you're in, and once again, kind of go through some open fields and some other areas that have some trees. So you spend a good solid about half hour traveling at a pretty quick pace, because he's moving pretty quick. So then after a while, he starts to slow his pace, and he kind of like raises up one of his hands. And he says, "The camp is directly ahead there. You can see there's some sparse trees that we might be able to use for cover. But if you want to get a good look at it, it is that direction."
Well, thank you, kind warrior. Are you planning on staying, or are you going to head back to the Centaur camp?
I can stay if you need my assistance.
Yeah, it might be good to have you stick around here by the horses in case we have to make like a hasty retreat or something like that. You might be able to give us a little cover with that longbow there or something.
A wise idea. Be careful on your approach.
With that, we probably would have dismounted and tried to get closer to the camp on foot.
Okay. So you walk for a little bit, and you're definitely hearing a lot of noise at this point. It definitely seems like there are a lot of them. So I'm going to go ahead and switch us maps here real quick, and then I'll sort of describe what you guys are all seeing. So you're approaching from a tree line on sort of the southeast, we'll call it. So the first question I have for you is, as you're getting closer to the noise, and you see there's like a big opening, how are you approaching the area?
I would assume we'd be trying to keep kind of low and quiet. Maybe trying to stay in a bit of cover.
Oh, sorry, you guys can't move your tokens. Give me one quick second here. Gex is good. Jonathan's good. Okay, you guys should be able to move them now.
All right, I'm going to move up here as close as possible and try and get a good look over the edge, see what we can see without alerting anything below us.
Okay. So yeah, so as you approach the edge, again, you're fairly close to the tree line. You basically see a giant pit in the ground. at a quick glance, you can probably guess that there was probably a mining operation here at one time where they were taking out, stone or maybe even some jewels or gold or something along those lines. But yeah, it's basically just a massive pit in the ground surrounded by stone and rock. The area that you're at right now, it's a 20-foot drop down to the floor where they are. And just from what you can see at the moment, it looks to be about the same all the way around, except for perhaps the far west side where there must be another way in or out. You do see a pretty good size, what appears to be a cave, not too far from you, kind of on the right. And as you are looking around, again, you see a lot of cultists, kobolds, acolytes. And actually not too far from the position you came in, down below, you see a bunch of tents, but you see what would be kind of like a commander's tent. And it does appear that you are able to see Leosin, and he appears to be strung up right at the entrance of that tent. Next to him, you see that Dragonborn. And then next to the Dragonborn, you see a woman. She appears to be wearing a robe and holding a staff of some type. Directly across the way, there's a little bit of a rock face that comes up a little bit, and they have a watchtower up there that stands about 10 foot tall, and you can see a couple guys in there. And there might be another one or two of these watchtowers around the area, but that's the only one that you can kind of clearly see. And I'd say that's kind of where you're at the moment.
Whoa.
So I'm going to move back away from the edge.
So this seems to be quite the mess we've gotten ourselves in.
Yeah, there's a lot of tents down there, and I'm assuming there's a lot of people down there as well.
Yeah, this is a big camp.
And Jonathan's favorite friend is down there.
Why is that my favorite friend?
You challenged him.
No, he challenged us. I just accepted.
Ado,
Still can't
again.
believe he got away after all that.
Yeah, well, looks like he's back. But, not sure what, any ideas? I mean,
Is there a way we could maybe lure a small amount of these guys out of the camp so we could fight them in smaller groups?
We'd have to lure them quite a ways away so nobody would hear us.
well, it's got to be like, I mean, looking at the camp here. I mean, they don't just come out of that cave in the ground. I mean, it's got to be more another entrance to this area. I mean, maybe we could go around there, cause a little ruckus over there. Maybe, I don't know. Little distraction, and then try to, I don't know, sneak in there. I don't know if fighting's exactly what we're going to do. I mean, sneaking in. I mean, the idea. I mean, hey, I would like to take out every one of these cultists, whatever. But I think we only agreed to get the brother out. So
Yes, but how do we do that without a fight?
well, can't think of everything. You know,
I do have rope in my backpack, so if nothing else, we might be able to rappel down there.
You and your clanky armor ain't repelling nowhere quietly.
yeah, yeah. I'm in agreement with that with Jalen.
I didn't say it'd be quiet. I just said if we could do it.
Trying to be quiet and stealthy. That's not going to be you. I mean, I have a way that I can get in there and then get out, but unfortunately, that's just taking care of me. But maybe if I could get in there, figure out a way of when you were looking at him, could you tell how he was hooked up? I couldn't. I knew it was kind of like restrained, but I couldn't say exactly how he was restrained or whatever.
I
Let me go. Let me go. I'm gonna take another look. Let me see if I go another look and see if I can see better. Maybe what Leoson's tied up or maybe chained up. I don't know.
give me a perception check. Okay.
14.
You can't quite tell from where you are. Other than he's strung up in like an X position.
So it's like his hands up and feet down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get a good look exactly how he's restrained there or whatever. But he's got his hands up above him, down below it. Not sure that I could untie him myself. So
If you could somehow get him down, I wonder if he has a way to get out himself, like you have a way to get out.
yeah, I mean that's true. He could, but I would hate to let's leave him. You know, I don't know. Maybe you're pretty strong, right? You know,
Yeah, I'm decently strong.
so maybe you could be manning the rope. If we could get him to the edge, could probably pull him up real fast. I don't know.
Our other option might be challenging the Dragonborn to another duel.
Yeah, you know how that went last time. Twice, I might add.
Yes, but I don't see a lot of other options here.
Yeah, he's got a lot more reinforcements here. I don't think he'd be obligated. He didn't fight fair the last time, so. I mean, that other side, there by the, see over there by the watchtower. It's a little lower. You know, maybe we could use the rope that side, slip down behind the big tent.
That's pretty close to the watchtower.
I'll say at this point, it's definitely getting dark. They're down below. They're, lighting torches and lighting lanterns and that sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe we do have the cover of darkness. I mean, that's going to help a little bit. They're not going to be able to see us as easy. I mean, one other thing, as fortified as big people they gotta think they're in the clear. I don't think they would, think anybody's crazy enough to, sneak into the camp and try to do something. Oh, wait.
Gex, you're a bit of a trickster, right?
What exactly do you mean by that?
You wouldn't happen to know something that you could maybe put into their dinner pot that would cause some issues?
Wow. You saying I'm a bad cook? Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's saying?
I said no such thing.
Okay. I don't have anything on me or anything like that. Never been big on the poisons. Not my thing exactly. I mean, I know a couple guys at Waterdeep but getting them out here probably not going to be an easy thing to do.
What about you, Jalen? Any thoughts?
Trying to run through my brain how we can create enough of a distraction to get Gex down there to free Leosin and get him back out here.
Yeah, maybe. The only thing is, I was looking again at Leosin, and he's kind of got his hands above his head. I mean, he's not super tall, but I don't know if you noticed this. I'm a little bit small in stature.
Yeah. You can climb the rack that he's tied to.
What, am I, a monkey now? What? I mean, I could try, but again, I couldn't really tell if it's chain. I get down there and I'm start crawling on a rack, trying to do chains. Well, Leosin's out on his own then, because I'm out of there. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
You need a good sleep spell right about now.
A good sleep spell is the key word there. I'm just going to... it's a shame.
Too bad we didn't bring any sorcerers or wizards with us.
I know, right? Oh, hey, look. Look. Oh, everybody's moving around the camp. Maybe we just have to be patient for the right time. I mean, if everybody goes in the tent, maybe we could sneak in. You're pretty quiet, too. I mean, you don't have all the metal clink going around.
Yeah, we got to get down there somehow, though.
I mean, getting down there shouldn't be too terribly hard because I do have rope.
Well, we
Yeah,
all have
that's-
rope, but
yeah.
climbing down this rock face and not being seen is a different thing.
Dog.
Why are those two going into the cave?
Well, when my mommy and my daddy told me about how babies were made,
Well,
For shame.
yeah, they could be doing that. I don't know. I would say maybe, I don't know. Maybe they got stuck. Maybe it's a stock room or stores or something in there. I don't know. Uh-oh, there's Jalen's buddies back out of the tent. I don't know. Maybe it. What if I wonder if a centaur? Wait, what if the centaur went to the front of the camp, started whooping and hollering? I mean, he could get away fast. They would just suspect it's the centaurs, right?
So he is
Man, I don't
listening.
think
He is listening to everything you're saying. And he says, I don't know if I could do that alone. I might have to go back to camp and gather some of my brothers.
Wait, they would be willing to help you?
I'll have to check with the chief, but some may come.
Right. We wouldn't want you to get in any real harm or nothing, but just to kind of go the other end of the camp or whatever, just to cause a bit of commotion, fire maybe a couple arrows or something, and then just leave.
I could try.
I want to kind of sneak around to here
Okay.
and see if there's anything that we could possibly tie off to.
Yeah. I'll say there definitely is. There's along the edge here. There's trees. There's rocks.
So you guys see those tents, and you see that little copse of trees on the other side of those tents. We could possibly drop down into there, leaving Jonathan up here to retrieve the ropes so they're not seen hanging on the wall, and kind of sneak out to see what else we can see. And we would be in a better position if the centaurs decide to help us.
Okay. So
We could. I'd hate not being down there if you guys run into trouble, though.
Well, if there's trouble, then you can come down clinking away.
Yeah.
But for now, I think we want to be as quiet as possible. And unfortunately, the two of us are better suited for that than you are.
yeah, if there's trouble and you're sitting there on the top of the ridge, I'm going to be real upset. I'm just going to tell you.
Yeah, don't try casting Sacred Flame from up there. It won't work.
So, would you like me to run back to our camp and see if I can bring some of the others?
Yes, but understand, we do not want to put you in direct harm's way. We just want to hopefully get some of this camp emptied out, or at least that direction, so we can work on this side.
I understand.
Yeah, Jonathan will be up here. The one in the middle there, yeah, he'll still be up here.
Right. I will move with all haste. I shall return.
Thank you very much.
So he takes off at a full gallop. And you see once he gets a ways out, he lights like a torch.
We're gonna. I'm gonna carefully make my way over to where Jalen has indicated would be a good place to rappel down.
Careful, it's night. Don't fall off.
Might want to hold on to
Both wanna
Gex's
go up-
ears or something so you don't trip and fall in the dark.
Do you both want to go down at the same time using 2 ropes, or do you want to go down one after the other using 1?
No, I think we need to go down at the same time.
Yeah.
The more time we spend on the wall, the more likely we are to be seen.
I agree. I'm going to leave my pack with some of the stuff up here with you. I don't need my bedroll or mess kit and everything like that down there.
Yeah, just make sure you put a couple healing potions in your belt pouch.
That's a good idea. Good idea. Yeah. Yeah, so Gex is going to attach a couple healing potions, put them in one inside his cloak and one on his belt.
Yeah, you do notice that this area that you guys are looking to drop down is definitely a little bit darker because it's a little bit off the main path and it's kind of on the back side of these tents, and you'd be able to imagine that these are like sleeping quarters.
Be careful making your way down there. It's hard to see where you're going to be landing.
Yeah, that's why I want to be against the wall and in these trees. We have less likelihood of being seen, or we have the trees to kind of help if we can't get all the way to the ground too.
Yeah. And kind of while they're talking, Gex is making some knots along his rope to make it a little easier for him to scale down. He doesn't have all the upper body that Jonathan does. Okay, there. Got the knots done in there, so that's gonna make it a little easier.
So all these orange dots represent where they have like standing torches or bazaars set up.
Well, that's strange. Sorry, just dad joke. Add a character. What is that gray hook on the rocks on the other side of camp?
Can you ping where you're looking? Oh, that's nothing.
Okay.
Actually,
Where they hang people that tell dad jokes.
Actually, there was a weird purple thing there that.
I thought it was one of the teleport portals from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, could be. You ready, Jalen?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so as you make your way down, give me an athletics check. Okay. So you guys are making your way down. Everything's going well. And then I'll have you also give me a stealth check.
Add a character. If when you guys are going down the cliff, if I was going to turn heel, that would have been the perfect point.
You just cut the rope and they fall, and then you're like, they're over here.
This is a no PK campaign, sir.
So yes, you guys are basically invisible with those rolls.
Once they get back down to the bottom, I go ahead and pull the ropes back up.
So now that you're down there, again, it's very, very dimly lit. You can hear a bunch of kobolds. It sounds like they're enjoying dinner. They're just like munching very loudly on whatever it is that they're eating.
Dex, your cousins are down here, and it sounds like it's chow time.
Hey. Not my cousins. Distant relatives, I'm sure, but not cousins. Or like those drunk uncles you kind of never want to invite.
So directly across the way, you can see the Dragonborn. There's like a larger tent and a couple smaller tents. He's over there like talking with some guy. He's facing away from you.
Wish we'd have killed that guy. Nick, you said it sounds pretty noisy, like they're eating dinner. Does it seem like it's like noisy, like a lot of people are up, or?
Oh yeah, everybody's up. You're hearing some like random conversations. Nothing like important. It almost like tavern talk from the humans. The kobolds are talking, but you can't understand what they're saying. So from here, were you just gonna hold position, or what was the plan?
Well, I'm trying to do a little bit of scouting and planning, and my brain hurts.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking, Gex, is this area here looks like it might be pretty dark still. If we can make it to here, we should be able to have more direct access to Leosin if the Centaur's diversion works as planned.
Yeah. Better stay along that wall, maybe in the shadows.
And at that point, then we'll wait to see what happens. Either wait farther into dark, or wait for the diversion.
Okay. Let me do one quick thing here. Okay. So as you guys are moving along the wall there, and there's kind of the little section there that pops out, and you're kind of like sitting right there. Leosin sees you, and you see he kind of perks up a little bit.
I'm going to wave my hand in a downward motion. Hopefully he understands that I'm trying to tell him to not make aware,
So he's restrained, obviously, but he's not gagged because the enemies were been trying to talk to him. So he just kind of like shakes his head. So some time passes by, and going back up top for where Agent Iron Spider is, four centaurs show up. And so the scout that you've been dealing with comes up to you and says, "All right, what is the plan?"
Do you think you all could go to the other side of the camp and make a commotion and, while still being able to get away without getting hurt?
I believe so. We will try.
We'd be very grateful for if you would do that. Hopefully it pulls a lot of the enemies away from this side of the camp.
Understood. We shall return. So the four centaurs take off along the backside, and you kind of wait a few minutes. You don't really hear anything. And then all of a sudden you hear burr, burr, burr. And all of a sudden it's like the camp comes alive. So it's like an alert horn that's going off from one of the other watchtowers. And so now the watchtower nearest you guys, they blow their horn. And you see the woman come out of her tent. You see basically all of these guys come out of their tents. You see the Dragonborn kind of stops his conversation that he was having, and he's kind of directing everybody towards the entrance. And so they all start moving towards the entrance. The lady is kind of taking her time. Like, the other ones are, like, running. But she's kind of, like, taking her sweet time moving.
When she gets to about this point, then I think we should move.
At this point, seeing most of the camp having moved away, I'm going to go ahead and tie off all 3 ropes that we have up near the cliff over here and lower it down so that you guys can make a quick getaway. Or I can quickly come down if needed.
Well, looks like this may be the best chance we get.
All right, let's go.
So Jalen, as you run up to him, you can see he's really beat up. He's like got cuts, bruises, like he's in really rough shape, and so he kind of says to you, "Who are you?"
Let's do that another time.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Let's get you down and get you out of here first.
Gex is gonna extinguish this torch right here.
Okay.
So before I cut him down, I'm going to dump a standard healing potion down his gullet, and then we'll cut him down and get him moving.
Okay. When you cut him down, he just immediately collapses to the ground.
Okay, well, then...
I'm not doing so hot, guys.
Can you manage to lean on Jalen?
Yeah, I can try.
All right, let's go. We need to move. Move.
I'll have both of you give me another stealth check. Okay. You're good. I hope you have a plan for getting me up this wall, because I don't know if I can quite climb it.
Gex, tie him off. I'm going to climb up, and then we'll pull him up.
Yep. Here we go. It might be a little tight, might hurt a little bit, but be better than stuck in this camp. So you're gonna tie it off, kind of go up under his armpits, and get ready. Then kind of yanks on the rope to let him know up top that it's ready. Do your best to hold on, but they got you up there.
Is this what passes for room service these days?
I like you. That's a good one.
I presume Jalen and I will start pulling up the rope.
All right, strength checks with advantage.
Oh, got to figure out how to do advantage on this one.
Oh yeah. There's two ways to do it, and I can never remember. It's either you hold like you hover over the roll, and then it's you either hold Shift, Control, or Alt, and then it should change to like a plus.
Or you can right click on the number and select advantage or disadvantage.
If you do that, you have to select the roll button in that box. Don't go back because it'll change it back to regular.
So yeah, you guys.
I'm not saying how to do that.
The number by like investigation or on the strength.
Yeah, that's just rolls.
Yeah, right click on the number. You'll get another box that pops up, and it'll have a bunch
Oh,
of
okay.
stuff. Click on
I see.
advantage, and then click on the roll d20 in that box.
While they're pulling up Leosin, just in case
did
we
not-
might.
It did not translate to the other game log.
Um, Mine did. Not sure why yours didn't.
We'll have to play with it later.
Just kind of as a precaution, Gex has out some of the oil that we'd normally put in his lantern, and he is doing a nice line that kind of almost goes all the way to that tent, kind of a straight line, and he doesn't light it, but in the event it needs to.
Yeah. As Leosin's getting pulled up, he sees you doing that. And he's like, Goblin, that's a great idea. I have a solution for that once I get up to the top. So at this point, he's made his way to the top.
All right, Gex, get your butt up here.
The centaurs have also returned, and the scout says, we must leave immediately.
Gex does a missy step.
Yeah, that's some fine trick. I like it.
All right, now time for your trick.
So how are we getting out of here? Do you have horses?
We have some horses, yeah. We also have the centaur friends. I'm sure one of them might let you ride on the back of them, or you can ride with Jonathan or Jalen. I'm Gex, by the way.
Nice to meet you. But yes, there's one thing I must do before I leave. And he faces the camp. And he holds out one of his hands. And he's just like, and then you see let's do this.
Excellent.
Fireball
Like your
one.
style.
So he launches 2 giant fireballs into the camp. And then it's like, now there's just like, all this is just like burning. And then as he does that, he collapses to the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna say my oil helped on that. All right, we're gonna need some help.
I go ahead and throw him on the back of my horse and then mount up.
All right, Daisy, ride like the wind.
All right, then all of you get out of there very quickly. So as you guys are galloping out of there at full speed, so where are you headed?
Back to the centaur camp.
Okay. So you spend
Maybe
about...
not
Oh, go ahead.
maybe not a direct path. Maybe kind of look around a little bit. We don't want to bring them right back to the Centaur camp.
So you spend a half hour, 45 minutes getting back to the Centaur camp. We'll go back to this map here.
Uh-oh, we lost our... Oh, there he is.
We'll see if I can get down from this horse. And he tries to get off the horse there. Wait, what am I? Oh, yeah. I roll a double 18 on disadvantage. That's crazy. So he gets down from the horse. So, guys, what's the plan now?
Well, I believe get you some more medical attention.
Yeah, you got any ale on you? That'd be great, too.
Look.
Oh, I figured it out.
So the chief comes over and says, Master Leosin, it is good to see you safe. Yeah, likewise. Thanks for the assist. Yes, anytime.
We appreciate you letting your tribe mates help us. It was of great help in being able to rescue Master Leosin.
To our knowledge, they do not know where our camp is. Let us hope that I am correct in that statement.
Yeah, just in case, will you guys be planning on staying here very much longer, or you gotta move around?
Yes, we move around. But yes, it might be time to pack up in the morning and head further to the south. So now that you are here, what is your plan? Are you staying the night, or are you heading back to Greenest?
Our fellow Leosin is severely injured. We should probably get him back so we can get medical attention.
What do you say, Leosin? Do you feel up to a couple hours ride?
I can try. I honestly think I just need sleep.
What do you guys think? Travel at night, or wait first light?
It may be better to wait till first light. That way we're also here in case the enemy camp backtracks our trail.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I would hate for something to happen to the centaurs. We were here to help.
All right, Centaur leader. If you would allow us, we will stay here the night. And then we will depart first thing in the morning. That also gives us gives you our aid if they come before they're expected to.
Yes, our scouts will be extra vigilant tonight. Here, follow me over here. You can use this tent for tonight. So he takes you guys to one of the tents.
Chief, Nielsen was wondering, I don't know what your customs are or anything like that, but he was wanting some ale or something maybe to take a little bit of the edge off, kind of maybe help him sleep. I didn't know if you have anything like that here, or I didn't have.
Ale. I've heard of this. That is something that you humanoids drink. I'm afraid what we drink is a bit too strong for you.
I don't know. Nielsen seems pretty hardcore. Yeah, it might help him though. Get him some rest or something. Maybe just a little smidge of it.
I don't know. Someone in his condition, I don't know. You, on the other hand, it would be interesting to see what would happen.
Hey, okay. If I can handle a small little taste of it, I'm sure Leosin can. Set me up.
Gather, you and your friends gather around the campfire if you wish to partake.
All right, I'll go get him. Hey, Jonathan, Jalen, there's gonna be a little ceremony kind of thing. They've got some, I don't know, tribal ale or mead or something they want us to partake in. I'm sure it's nothing. Just probably one of the rituals or something like that. I think it'd be good if we all took part in it.
Ceremony? Odd that the chief didn't mention that before.
But Leosin, he had asked me about a drink, and so I asked the chief. You guys had already left, so I'm sure it's just mild stuff.
Well, if you say so. Out of character, Gex is definitely trying to get us to have to roll with disadvantage.
So, yeah, Leosin is at one of the tents, and a bunch of the other centaurs gather around the fire. So the chief comes out and says this big, like, prayer, and then he starts handing out these, like, goblets. And the chief goes on to say, a successful venture, the rescue of Master Leosin, a new friendship. We will all drink to that. And then they start drinking.
All right, bottoms up.
And it is very, very strong.
I take little sips.
Yeah, I would have suspiciously sniffed it and then taken a small sip. Probably started choking on it when I tasted how strong it was.
Oh, come on, Jonathan. It can't be that bad.
It's strong enough to put you in a coma, Gex.
So after drinking / sipping this stuff for a few minutes, I'll have all of you roll a Constitution saving throw.
And wait. Gex is going to use Lucky to give advantage.
Gex has already duped Jalen and myself into being disadvantaged.
Sipping away.
So somehow, Gex is doing fine, but Jalen and Jonathan, you guys are already drunk.
All right, time to go to bed.
Yep.
Oh,
This
guys,
stuff's way too strong.
you need a little help there getting back to the tent, boys.
We'll manage. And when you come back to the tent, you keep your hands to yourself.
What? They're crazy, man. I'm gonna sit around the fire with my new friends, the centaurs.
Ah, you drink well, little one.
You too, Chief.
And the centaurs have already downed like 5 goblets.
Whoa, you guys really put it down. Give some guys in back of my neighborhood though a real run on some of those drinking challenges. I don't want to say. Kind of sitting around there, Gex is gonna. I'm sure they're kind of doing some tribal songs or anything like that. And Gex would just probably join right in.
So this goes on for a while, and we'll have Gex do another con save.
Since Jonathan and Jalen are right back in the tent, he's just gonna straight up. I love this stuff.
For some reason, whatever this is made out of is not affecting you.
Well, here's your goblet, Chief. Thanks again. I probably better get to bed. We're gonna be getting up. I'll make sure and have those other two up bright and early.
And he like raises a glass to you as you like walk away.
Gex kind of gives him a bow and then heads off to the tent.
By the way, add a character if you want to roll advantage or like I did with the test roll earlier. It's up near long rest and short rest. Hover over beyond 20, and you can select what your next roll will be.
Yeah, that box is empty for me.
Interesting.
So the night passes without incident. I will have.
Would that be a long
before
rest?
before we go to sleep, I want to cast protection from poison on myself.
Smart.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything like that.
So yeah, you guys, the morning arrives. You guys get out of the tent. I will have Jonathan roll me another con save.
Yeah, of course.
So you're feeling mostly okay. You're feeling it a little bit, but it's
This
not.
is your fault.
I get up, I say my little prayer to Shantia, stretch, and walk out of the tent like nothing happened last night.
Hey, morning, Jalen.
Morning.
What a great night. Pulled off a great rescue. Had a great time with the centaurs.
I come out pretty grumpy.
Hey, Jonathan, how you doing?
I'm gonna kill you, Gex.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not very talented-like.
Please tell me we have something like coffee.
Did you pack something like coffee? Or calves?
Oh, you're really asking for it, Gex.
Quick out of character. Funny enough, coffee is a thing in D&D. And what it does is it actually removes levels of exhaustion.
Oh, that's funny. Out of character, would that have been considered a long rest or not?
Yes. Yep, 100%.
Come on. We'll get you fixed up with something. Maybe a big hearty breakfast, too.
So as you guys come out of your tents, you actually find Leosin meditating in front of the fire.
So, do we disturb him or?
He might be praying or something. Probably best to wait.
He probably hears you guys come out. Especially if you're talking.
Is he looking any better?
Yes. From what you can tell.
How you feeling there, Jonathan?
I feel like Gex caused me to get kicked in the head.
I couldn't raise my foot that high.
Should have taken smaller sips.
I took the smallest sip.
I don't know.
How'd you
You're
walk
not
away
waiting.
from that scot-free?
My goddess loves me.
So Leosin says, "Oh, so I take it you tried some of the, shall I say, special brew from the centaurs. I've had some before. It's quite strong."
It's
You
delicious.
mean the dragon piss they gave us last night?
Yeah, and somehow I'm the only one that woke up still affected by it. I'm very suspicious about that. Because I'm quite sure I saw Jalen drinking a bit more than me.
So Leosin stands up and says, "Well, officially, we didn't get a chance to really meet each other. What? I'm sorry. What are your names?" And he looks at Jalen.
I am Jalen. This is Jonathan. I point to the human. And then short round over there is Gex.
He is doing.
He's a little short to be a stormtrooper. Just saying.
Yeah.
And he's round now, too, is he?
Well, once again, I must thank you for the rescue. We definitely have quite the situation on our hands here. Did my brother send you?
Yes, he did. We went to the town just as it was getting attacked. And we were able to help repel the attack. Afterwards, your brother asked us to come see if we could find you.
Ah, I see. Yes, I was in the tower when they attacked the town, and I rushed out with our forces. But there was a woman, maybe you saw her at the camp. She's got magic, and she was able to hold me in place, and I wasn't able to move. From there, they captured me.
Yeah, I thought she was with them.
Thankfully, we were able to get them distracted and extract you from the camp.
Yes, I fear that we are not done with them yet. We must get back to Greenest as soon as possible.
Yes, I agree. And I want to go over and thank the Centaurs for their assistance again and give them good praise, and that we hope we will come across their path again.
Yeah, for sure about that. They came through with that distraction and providing a camp.
And he once again informs you that they're going to be packing up and moving south this morning.
Well, best of luck to you on your migration.
Thank you. Well, gentlemen.
Now,
Go ahead.
Chief, do you make that stuff that we drank last night yourselves, or do you buy it somewhere?
Our shaman makes it.
My compliments to the shaman. Excellent stuff. I think my buddy Jonathan really liked it a lot. So anyway, maybe I could get him maybe a gift. Maybe flask of it.
Yes, we have some extras.
I go over and smack you on the back of your head.
Whoa, what was that for, man? Anyway, maybe he didn't like it. Anyway, thanks again, Chief. Stay safe out there and everything.
So he hands you two big flasks of this alcohol.
Well, thank you. Me, Lysander, and whoever the spirits that you follow, keep your path safe.
Well, gentlemen, I think we should get going. I might have to ride with one of you.
I suppose you can ride behind me.
Yeah, from here it's what, probably a half day's journey back to Greenest?
Yeah, about that.
All right, let's.
Do we need to go faster? I mean, you were saying we need to get back to Greenest. I mean, we could go faster if we need to, I guess.
Yes, I would say we must go as quickly as possible. I fear that since I am missing and, well, I guess I tried to burn down their camp, I feel like they're gonna go back to town. Maybe I'm wrong. But they also wanted me for something. We can talk on the road.
All right, we spend the day riding back. Want to ask him what he knows about the, or if he learned anything about the cultists, or just kind of casually, not grilling him or anything. Just kind of gaining information if we can.
In the end, I don't fully know at the moment why the three of you are doing what you're doing, but if you would be willing, this is something that is going to affect the entire Sword Coast, and I could use your help to see just how deep this goes. When I was captured by them, they were attempting to get me to use my elemental powers to resurrect a dragon. I know they've got at least one and a bunch of smaller ones as well. But it would seem they're attempting to find powerful elemental wizards and get them to either enhance or resurrect dragons for their cause. There was also another dragonborn named Resmir who questioned me at first, and his power seems unlike anything I've ever seen. But he wasn't there for very long. He rode off on a dragon and never returned. So it seems to me that they've got more camps, more strongholds. Could be anywhere. It'd be interesting to know how many more settlements they've attacked.
I agree we need to find out more, but at some point we need to get back up to Burdusk to report what we know.
What sort of help do we have at Burdusk?
I'm not sure. I was part of a, let's just say, convoy that went to Burdusk for some big meeting, and then I was tasked by my patrol captain to come down here and find out what's going on. And we've had several side adventures since then related to your cultists.
Interesting. So is there any more conversation happening as you guys are riding?
Um, I don't think Gex would have anything else. He kind of knows that Jalen has the contacts in Verdusk and kind of lets him take the lead on talking to Leos. And he is surprised, like, kind of to himself that there is another Dragonborn, and, he's kind of thinking also about the resurrecting of dragons, like, they need more than one, so kind of taking all that in, kind of a bit surprised.
So, yeah.
I would have just kind of been taking in the conversations and not saying much.
So yeah, you ride for the a good portion of the day. You might briefly stop for a couple of quick breaks, water the horses, something along those lines. But you make your way back to Greenest. Switch maps here, and you ride the horses. You guys like to reposition your icons. You guys ride the horses right up to the front of the keep.
I think Leosin took a potion of giant size.
Yeah, I wish the icons would stay the size that I set them. Yeah, I think your guys' icons are... Actually, I might be able to move them.
Yeah, I had to find it.
I think they were down to the south, maybe? Where are they at?
Yeah, we were at the stables.
Oh, here's Gex. Where'd you find it? There we go.
Yeah, I found.
So, yep, you guys ride the horses to the front of the keep, and you get off the horses, and there's a little area right there where you can, like, time up.
All right, get him tied up, and then we allow Leosin to enter first and follow behind him.
So a bunch of the guards, like, salute him and say, like, "Oh, Leosin, it's great that you have returned. Thank you, gentlemen. I gotta head up and talk to the bro. If you guys follow me."
Yeah, we follow him up.
So we walk up the stairs and open the door, and he's once again sitting behind his desk. But as soon as Leosin walks in, he immediately gets up and runs over and hugs his brother and says, Leosin, thank goodness you're safe." "Gentlemen, thank you very much for finding him. I do appreciate it."
You're welcome. We are happy to help you out there.
Unfortunately, your troubles might not be over, because the camp where they were keeping him had a lot of enemies.
Well, it's about 50% empty now, right?
Yeah. Leosin sort of, with my help, I might kind of help burn the place down. Yeah.
Yeah, but how many enemies did he actually get? Considering we had lured most of them to the other side of the camp.
Yes, I would say it's difficult to get their exact numbers. A lot of them were coming and going a lot. It could be that they were attempting to loot other towns in the area, farmsteads, or perhaps even just transporting resources from that camp to another camp. Difficult for me to say.
Whoa. You mean there's more than just at that camp?
Yeah, it's hard to get exact numbers. I know when they attacked Greenest, we killed a lot of them as well. But brother, we need to send riders to all of the local towns warning them of this. I don't know if they'll attack every town in the region or if they're going after certain supplies. It's difficult to tell. I just know that they're definitely interested in magic users. So maybe that's why they attacked Greenest. Because of me. Yes, I will send messengers to the surrounding towns letting them know. But yes, I fear that this is definitely not over for anyone. Especially if they're trying to breed or resurrect more dragons. They're not easy to kill. Yes, I suppose not. So the governor kind of looks at the three of you and says, "So at this point, gentlemen, what is your part in all of this? Do you head back to Burdusk or what do you think?"
Well, Leosin has asked us for more help, but at some point, like I've mentioned before, we do have to get back to Burdusk and report in. Now that we have horses, that may expedite the process if you'll allow us to keep them longer.
Yes, absolutely. Well then, I suppose we should... And as soon as he says we should, you hear ding 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 off in the distance. And the governor stands up from his desk and draws his sword.
Well, I guess we're not heading to Burdusk after all.
And he says, "It appears they have returned." So Leosin says, "Gentlemen, let's grab the guards downstairs and meet them out in the field before they get back into the town."
Sounds like a plan.
Very well.
Oh, have we seen if there's a dragon in the air?
We'll have to, he's going down the stairs as you guys are talking. Yeah, once we get outside, we'll have to have a look. I have a feeling like they might bring down what forces they have left on us here and now. I guess we'll see once we get out there.
I'm not afraid, but I would much rather think that a castle or keep might be better against a dragon, but okay.
So you guys rush down the stairs, get back on your horses. A lot of these guards have already started to, like, because they don't have horses, though, they're already, like, running out. But Leosin, like, jumps on his horse and he yells, "Gentlemen, with me!" And he takes off. So are you guys just staying right with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So you guys
Let's go, Daisy.
So you guys get to the outskirts of town as quickly as possible. As we change maps, and we have us. I gotta add the guards. We have us a standoff here.
Uh-oh.
Hold on one second. The governor also followed you guys.
And the shrinking potion.
Honey, I shrank the governor.
Ha, ha.
Now I got that one.
So you see a fairly sizable force directly in front of you. Cultists. There's a new type of dragon-like creature that you have not seen yet. You also see the dragonborn and the woman towards the back. The Leosin and the governor, and there's also the Captain Travis, who you met before. Line up their men on your side, and they line up on their side. And that is where we will end the session for tonight. So, big battle coming up for next time.
I'll head to Badusk and get some reinforcements.
Oh, no, you don't.
So yeah, there we go.
This is going to be interesting, especially since it's going to be almost over a week before we can do it again. Do this battle.
Yep.
Nice. Something to look forward to.
Yeah. Cool stuff, everybody. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Should be fun. Here real quick, for those who are watching on YouTube, we'll wrap it up right there. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you for the big fight.